Design thinking. Design thinking is all about pulling together what's desirable from a human point of view with what is technologically feasible and economically viable. Design thinking requires us to consider a person's experience in order to focus on their human needs. There are various tools used at various stages of a design thinking process like persona profile, concept mapping, stakeholder mapping. Let's look into stakeholder mapping. What is stakeholder mapping? The visual process of laying out all of the stakeholders of a product, project, or idea on one map is known as stakeholder mapping. Steps to create a stakeholder map. 1. Identify stakeholders. Convene a team of diverse collaborators. Build a broad list of stakeholders. The list you come up with will depend on your organization, the impact of the project and its objectives. 2. Analyze stakeholders. Analysis helps you figure out how relevant stakeholders are to the project, as well as what perspective they bring. Add a speech bubble to summarize their respective mindsets. Add their role of title. 3. Map stakeholders. Create a box and divide it into 4, with the x-axis measuring the level of influence. On the y-axis, you map the level of interest. Using your list of stakeholders and the analysis you made, plot them according to the two axes. If your stakeholder has a high level of influence in the project but not as much interest, they should be kept satisfied, which means they need regular updates and their feedback is important. A stakeholder with both a high level of influence and interest needs to be managed closely. Their feedback is critical to any decision-making. Those who are lower in influence and higher in interest tend to be your customer base. They need updates on progress. Those who are low on both influence and interest only need to be informed of big steps in the project. 4. Prioritize stakeholders. Now that you've listed, analyzed and plotted your stakeholders on the map, you can begin to devise a plan on how you'll engage with the stakeholders over the course of the project. Depending on where they land on the map, you will either manage them closely to just monitor them. This is the start of your stakeholder communication plan and overall stakeholder management. Here, at Crossbar, we offer Design Thinking Masterclass, which helps you to know more about design thinking from the basics to picking up a real business problem in just 4 days. For more info, write to us at info@crossbartalent.com, or visit our website crossbartalent.com.